Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video. We're back on the PB again. I feel like a lot of my videos recently have been on the PB actually, but there's just loads of stuff changing. And also, I know like a lot of people don't have access to the PB, which means that you guys won't be able to see this or see what it's like or even know that it's happening until like it actually comes in the patch notes. So I'm trying to just keep everybody up to date with stuff that's happening. But anyway, we know like recently the 10 bans are coming in. I did a video on that ages ago. There is also a voice chat coming in 7.12. They're going to run a beta of that. I'll throw a link down below, I guess, about that. But today's video is about the quest system or mission system that is coming on League. This was teased a little while ago, but nothing really came of it. But now it's actually on the PB and probably going to be released around 7.11, which is not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. So about 10 days time, we're probably going to have missions on the live servers. And if you have ever played Hearthstone, it's very similar to that. So it's this little button down here. As you can see, it's like kind of a questy icon. You click it, and at the moment I have 5 missions that I can complete, and they're all completely different. They all give different loot as well. But one of the really interesting things is I have this one here, which gives me a gemstone. So gemstones, like one of the most difficult things to get, cost a lot of money, and now you can actually get them for free just by doing these missions along with other stuff. Like it's not just you know, like key fragments probably the worst one you're ever going to get, which isn't that bad anyway because you always have more chests and keys, but like Project Leona icon, for example, is pretty cool, or Project Echo icon. Now these should be tailored to you, by the way, as well, right? I have said this is just PB, giving it to everybody to test it. But like if you're a Riven one trick, or if you're playing Vayne all the time, like these quests should be for the champions you actually play, along with a couple of others as well to try and get you to play other stuff. But it will have like your main champion, so you'll unlock like a Riven icon or a Vayne icon or whatever you actually play. You should be having tailored rewards to you. So obviously some of them have like 17 hours left. Like this one is just for a day, win 2 games. These other ones take a bit longer. These have 4 days left, so you have like a little bit more time to complete them. But also, if you're interested, like these ones have 1 out of 3. So there is like an Echo quest line. 3 quests are going to unlock one after each other. Once you complete the first one, move on to a second one, and move on to a third one, and obviously getting better as it goes on. So, for example, like as a good guess, as an example, like this one gives you a icon. The next one probably gives you a skin. So you're actually going to be unlocking stuff that you can only spend, like only unlock with money right now for free by doing the quest system, which is something I've said like needs. The game really needs it because it's so expensive to play, and having like extra incentives to play all the time just means you actually have a reason to log on your account, do your daily quest, like Hearthstone for example, do your daily mission, and then you can get stuff for free because the game is massive now. Like, there's so much stuff in the store, you're never going to be able to buy it all unless you've just been playing for years or you're just completely rich. So for the guys that can't, especially like people who just don't have as much money, like this is a good way of getting stuff without actually having to spend anything really, especially because you get loot boxes as well, right? So you have all of this stuff. And what they've also said is they're going to have, I've got it on the other screen here, which I'll also link down below if you want to see it, and they're going to have things like unique skins, summoner icons, and loot that you won't be able to get from the rest of the game. So you obviously have stuff like this Project Echo icon, Leona icon that you can buy with RP at the moment, or the key fragments for example, but there's going to be stuff in here that I imagine will work a lot like these gemstones do with the Hextech Annie and the Dreadnova Darius and Soul Sealer Vayne, right? This is specific to the Hextech crafting system, whereas most likely we're going to have stuff in the mission system where you can only really get the stuff if you've done the missions for either the specific champion, or if you just unlock a rare quest, or you've done like however many. Like there should be something here that incentivizes you that you will only be like one of the very few people who actually has it. Now, there's another thing which hasn't been announced yet, but a lot of people are speculating about it, especially I think this is going to come into the game, is like achievements and titles and stuff. This is in like pretty much every single game, right? World of Warcraft is the biggest example. You have all of these like achievements that you get for killing bosses and stuff. This is something League has never really had, like with the loot system and a daily system as well. But this kind of opens up the exact thing of doing it, right? You complete a quest line for Riven, for example, you get a Riven icon, you get a Riven skin, and then you get a Riven title or something, or just like an achievement that shows you are dedicated to that champion a bit more, like a mastery system, right? But just another way of doing it. So I think this kind of opens the door for so much more stuff, like achievements, titles that people really love to collect. I know like everybody goes crazy on other games for this kind of stuff, and this kind of gives that aspect to League. So even though this is only at the moment missions, where I mean I'm gonna take a free gemstone, I would definitely take that. It's probably gonna open the door for achievements and other stuff like that as well. Hopefully you guys found this useful, entertaining. Leave a like and subscribe if you did. I don't want to make this very long, honestly, because I just wanted to kind of show you what this mission system's like and what you can kind of expect moving into the next patch. Because most of you guys won't have a PB account. But yeah, thank you very much for watching the video. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will catch you in my next video.